What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. So exactly 1 year today, I bought this car, and as you guys know, we supercharged it and we did a whole bunch of mods to it, and this thing is just absolutely crazy. But the time has come to get rid of it, and as you can see, it's on a trailer, and I'm actually trading this dream car for my actual childhood dream car, and I can't believe this is happening. This is just absolutely crazy. So we got a long trip ahead of us, so we're gonna hit the road and go get it. All right, you guys, we are 23 minutes away, and I gotta say, just the anticipation is killing me. Unfortunately, it's raining really bad. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's gonna be very tricky to get this deal going, but we're gonna head over there. We're really hungry, so we're gonna get some dinner, and then we'll go to his house. And it's actually, some of the body panels are taken off, so while we're waiting for the rain to die down, you know, we can go into the garage and kind of put it together and see how it looks. I'm super excited to show you this car. It's just going to be so awesome, and I still can't believe this is happening. I've been talking about this car since I was a little kid, and finally I'm going to potentially own one, hopefully, if all goes well and he likes the S2000. So we'll see you guys there, and we'll go over the car and what we need to do to get it ready to get it onto the trailer. That way we can take it home. All right, guys, so we just showed up and the car is in front of me, so let's go ahead and check this thing out. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this right here is my childhood dream car. It's a 1988 BMW E30 M3, and this thing is just absolutely crazy, and it's in very good condition. Honestly, it looks better in person than it did in the ad, and man, I am just so stoked. And this thing was just meant to be. This right here is Jamie, and he is the owner of this car. And it's so crazy because I seen the ad for this car, and literally in the description it said we'll trade for an S2000 project, but he wanted like a cheaper one, but we came up on a price, and I'm going to be adding money on top for it. But I think this thing is going to be awesome. So what can you tell me?
It's an 88 M3. I've got it, I believe, in 2013, so I've had it since then, at least 10 years more. It may have been 2012. It's a former light duty track car. It had a bolt-in roll cage that I removed.
Yeah. And then one thing you were telling me is it has race parts, right? So these parts don't really line up well.
No, they're presentable from 20 feet away, but if you
yeah, at the end of the day, they have one purpose. And guys, I have the 2 original OEM fenders, so like when you told me about that, I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, because I have the only thing is the hood is the same on all of them, isn't it?
They are. There's no difference between an M3 hood and a regular E30 hood.
Okay, so I feel like that's all I'm gonna have to source then, and then we'll trim out my fenders. If anyone wants to buy these parts right here, they are race parts, you can DM me on Instagram and we can work something out. I don't really expect to get much from them, so I don't know. What do you think they're worth? What would you say?
The hood is super light. It's actually a quality part. It's just, you know, it's not gonna look.
Yeah, it's not for a show car, it's for a race car. And it's, the cool thing is, guys, that it's actual real carbon. It's not fiberglass reinforced. So it's carbon on the bottom and the top. So that's really nice too. So I don't know, if anyone wants this stuff, be sure to hit me up on Instagram. So we have a long trip back. I do want to get all these parts just somewhat mocked up and maybe get a bolt or 2 into it. That way it's holding on solid. That way when we load it all up, whatever we can fit inside the truck, we will, and then the rest of it will be on the car. One thing, do you have these bolts right here? I know these are like a specialty bolt.
So there's some things in the trunk, so we can take a look, but to be honest with you, this project has been...
Yeah, I know how that is, dude. Like when with my E30 build, like I took it apart 2 years before. Like anytime I look for something, it's just like good luck. But I feel like if we could just find, like, maybe not all of them, but at least 2 for the top and 1 for the bottom. So we're gonna look around, guys, and we're gonna see. This car has a lot of the parts. I think we just need a carpet, rear seats. I have some really nice Recaros going into it, and he's giving me these M parallels right here, and I think they look really good on this car. They are 18. I was actually looking, and I thought 18s would be too big, but I think these fit really nicely. But yeah, guys, this just feels so surreal right here. We're going to go through it and see what bolts we have and see if we can get this thing somewhat together on the trailer. All right, guys, we finally got it loaded up. We're going to go to a gas station and we'll show you guys it. Big shout out to Josh, Jamie, and his son. This guy right here was the most important one here. He did all the work. No, but yeah, Jamie fulfilled my dream. I finally own an E30 M3, and it's clean title and it's insanely clean. So we're gonna go home because we got a long drive ahead of us and it's night. Big shout out to all you guys. We're gonna collab later in the future, guys. Me and Jamie have a really cool project coming, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the road. All right, guys, so we got it loaded up. As you can see, this thing is just awesome, man. This is such an emotional moment for me, guys. I've been talking about getting this car since I was little, and now here we are, freaking 8 years later. I have it. I can't believe it. It's a clean title. The body's extremely straight, man. I'm gonna slap a paint job on this thing and get this thing back on the road. It actually has pretty much all the parts besides the engine, and trust me, guys, we're going BMW engine in this. We're going with the S54 most likely, something absolutely crazy, because I want to retain the value of this car. We got a long road ahead of us, so we're gonna hit the road. We got it all strapped down. The only thing we do need to do is throw some crash wrap on this hood right here. That way it'll be secured and it won't go nowhere. Guys, we just made it home finally at the crib. V-Tune's Ram build did absolutely phenomenal. Vlad actually gave it to me to borrow. He actually bought it from Ben, and this thing did awesome, and it towed the car home safely. As you can see, we got it home here, and man, this is just such a pinnacle moment, guys. My E30 M3 is finally home. We got home safe. No issues, nothing. We're about to pull it up. I need to move my mom's car, and we're gonna pull it up and park it over there. I want to put the bumpers on it and stuff, and we're gonna cover this thing up and just leave it how it is, because I don't want to start on this car yet. I want to finish the Porsche, and also have another project that I'm about to start. It's gonna be really quick, and we're about to go over that right now. So this right here is a GT500. This thing is absolutely insane, and I'm going to be painting the front end. As you can see, it's a completely different color. So this is kind of the reveal of this thing. We're going to be blending these back doors and just paint correcting the rest of it. There is a little bit of questionable framework. I mean, the framework looks good overall. It's just a couple little gaps I'm not happy with, and also the aprons were replaced and they weren't done properly. So we're going to redo a little bit of framework on this car. And we have a lot of stuff coming on this car. This thing is absolutely crazy. 707 horsepower. I haven't drove it yet, but I am excited. I mean, I drove it down here, but I'm gonna drive it to work tomorrow. You guys are gonna see a build series on this, so stay tuned for that, guys. That's gonna be super exciting. If you want to see this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This thing is absolutely wicked. As you can see, GT500, beautiful interior. It's missing that carbon piece, but we actually have the piece, and we're going to throw it in there. So you guys will see a full build on this thing, tearing it down, painting it, and slapping it all back together. We have all the bolts and everything to just finalize this build. So this is going to be an absolutely insane build on our channel. If you guys want to see it, be sure to stay tuned. So for now, we're going to go ahead and get my dream car to the back of the house, and we're going to get it settled in, and we're going to throw a car cover over it and let it sit, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I want to get all these builds done. I've been talking with my buddy on doing this for a while, so that is why it is prioritized, and it's going to be done first. And the Porsche, of course, that way I can do a perfect job on that and get it nice. So let's go ahead and get it parked over there, and we'll get this car back over there, and that'll probably be it. Okay guys, check this thing out, man. This thing is all back together. Well, I just put the bumpers on just to kind of get an idea. We do have the headlights and the grills and everything. We have the mirrors, we have a lot of the interior pieces, and this thing is pretty much a complete car other than the engine. And it's just absolutely crazy that this thing is in my driveway and I own it, man. This has just been a long time coming, dream come true. What do you guys think of these rims? I don't know, they do look kind of big to me. I'm not sure. Sam, what do you think of the car? It's cool? Is it better than the S2000? So it's a good trade, yeah? Yeah, see, he thinks so. That's right, Victor. Even though you own an S2000, your son thinks this was a better trade. So y'all better not get at me in the comments about trading my S2000 for this thing, because this is my dream car. It's a clean title E30, and when completely done and in perfect condition, it's going to be worth triple what that S2000 was worth. So I think honestly this was a great choice. This gap right here, we kind of just bolted this down so rain wouldn't get in there while we were driving. It just needs to come forward a little bit. As you can see on this side, it fits up really nicely, and that gap is really good. And this is all original. This is the original trunk for it, the original spoiler. Everything here is original and nothing's been touched here. It's all just perfect. As you can see, all up inside here, look at that, all the original spot welds. I mean, this is an all original E30 M3 versus this front end, but I have OEM real fenders coming for it, so not a big deal. We'll slap those on there as long as we have most of the original parts. These bumpers are really expensive, and also that trunk and all that stuff is really expensive. And my wing on my rep fit like crap. As you can see, this is a flush mount and it looks absolutely flawless, guys. Just everything about this car is just chef's kiss perfect. And I'm just so happy, guys, that this is mine and it's here. This is like such a crazy moment, guys. It still does not seem real. Like, it's just crazy. Well, all right, guys, just like that, my dream car is home. I own my dream car. This is just crazy. I never thought I'd actually own a real one, and much less a clean title with low mileage and just in the condition it's in. Obviously it needs work, as you can see, but honestly I'm gonna find a perfect condition hood, hopefully red, and then my fenders are perfect condition and the rest of the car is super straight. There's just a couple little nicks that we need to take care of and a couple little imperfections. Other than that, the bumpers aren't cracked, they're perfect, everything is there, and all we have to do is just put that front end on, get it trimmed out, and then honestly I don't know if I'll even paint it yet. I think I want to go ahead and start doing the swap. My biggest thing is I need your guys' help. Should I go with the S54 or the S52? The S54 is pretty pricey, and you know everyone wants the S54, but I don't know, maybe it might be worth it to do the S52. So let me know what you guys think.
Mark,
what's up?
Aren't you just spilled the bowl of water?
You spilled the water?
Yeah.
All right, I'll refill it in a second.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to see the rest of this build, be sure to smash that subscribe button and stay tuned for videos. But like I said, we're going to take a pause. We're not going to really work on it. Now that I know it's here, I'm going to put a cover on it and let it sit, and I'm just going to slowly collect the parts, and we're going to get some of our other projects pushed out. I don't want to just keep bouncing from build to build. We're going to get that GT500 painted next, and then we're going to knock that Porsche out and get the Porsche back to Alec, and then we can go full force on this, and by then I should have everything. So let me know which swap I should do. Also, I do drop a lot of this on Instagram before the video drops, so if you guys want to see it, be sure to hit that follow button. I'll link it down below. I appreciate all the love and the support on the videos, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.